I've been dying to recreate the Sabrina Carpenter look, so let's get straight into it. Want those big brows, so we're going to use the Maybelline Super Fluff Brow Mousse. Do you know what? The hack with this is to remove any excess from the brush. This way you don't get like any weird like clumps in the brow. Just to give extra hold on my brow hairs because they're super stubborn, I'm going to go in with my Teddy texture and just really brush those hairs outwards. I'm going to go in with a brow pen. This is by Fine Cosmetics. I love this stuff. I'm going to kind of draw in some brow hairs and just like perfect the shape. Take some of my Hourglass concealer on the back of my hand and I'm gonna carve these brows out. Makes all the difference. I'm gonna do the same thing on top and just blend the edges. It's a good brow. Put in with more brow gel just to make them super fluffy. The eyes are super simple, but I really want to try and get kind of like that really like fox eye. I'm going to use the Made by Mitchell color case. One of Made by Mitchell's tips that he gave in, it was in an interview, I can't remember which one. He said to always use a cream base before anything really for blush, eyeshadow, and I don't do it enough. Maybe I already do it because I put concealer or like an eye base, but these have been really great as an eye base, and I'm using this shade right here. It's called Unordinary, and I just tap this on the lid and look at the then I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to set my whole eye with this color right here, especially the center. Kind of want a warmer shade on the outer corner. I'm going to go in with Sandalwood by Huda Beauty. This is in the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I don't know if they still do this. Highlight kind of like the crease. I'm just going to take a smaller eyeshadow brush, accentuate that. We're just going to blend the top bit like so. Just make sure there's no harsh lines. I want to make sure that I'm happy with the way this looks with my eyes closed as well. I'm just going with that first shade and just highlighting under that shadow that we put. Take this warm brown here. The wing is not that crazy, to be honest. Literally just on the outer corner. Take the black in that palette, a bit darker. It almost kind of comes lower here. It's so subtle. Now we're gonna curl these lashes. I'm gonna use the Max Factor False Lash Effect Supreme Mascara, and we're really gonna like brush the lashes outside, like towards the outer corner. Okay, I think I'm really happy with that. I feel like she's got a little bit of lash on the outer corner, and I have these individual lashes. These are the cluster lashes, but I'm gonna take one and just stick it on the outer corner. I've noticed that in some of her makeup looks, she just has like a little lash on the outer corner. Let's see if this is gonna look good. I'm gonna take a 16mm. We're gonna put some lash glue on it. I'm gonna take a 14 and just try and see if we can make it like a little more blended. Like I can see the vision. Yeah, I think I like that. I prefer it to the other eye, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Maybe it's a little bit heavier than what Sabrina Carpenter does, but I have different eyes. I feel like I need something more. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna use my Tik Cushion Foundation in 31N. Just apply some of the products because I'm not using the pad that it comes with. I'm just gonna blend this with my brush. Some of you guys get frustrated by my hair because it's like all up in my face. But the hair is marinating. Look at that base. Skin is like porcelain. Look at that. Tik came to the rescue. Oh my god, look at my hand right now. Hourglass. I want the full coverage. I'm going to use the Peaches and Cream PC18 brush, which is really good for blending out your concealer, especially if you want to really keep the coverage there. This eye makeup might be for me, you know. I feel like as I've gotten older, the skin around my eyes has changed, and so when I do my eyeliner, it's not like how I used to do it before, and I feel like the makeup that used to look good on me before doesn't look as good now. I kind of like had to adapt the way I do my eye makeup, especially my eyeliner, because if I don't do it a certain way, it looks really dodgy because of the skin that's kind of like fallen on my eye. That's the crazy thing about makeup. You can just play around with it, adapt it to what your face needs or what you prefer. Like, it's just super like foxy. Going in with the Jordana Tisha bronzer duo. I use the shade Amber Aura. I really... Oh, the hair is getting in the way. It's getting in the way. But I really want like the face to be chiseled. I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush just to kind of soften this. Face is bronzed and chiseled. Whatever's left on the brush, I just put on my cheek, because sometimes I've put too much here, and when I'm like looking around and being normal, there's like a weird line on my chin. It doesn't look cute. Let's go with this product. It's like, it's so easy to blend. It's like butter. I put too much there, but it's just so easy to kind of like soften it and blend it however you need it. Sides of my nose, and just really blend that. I'm gonna use some of the Kosas concealer in the shade 6.5 just to add a bit more like brightness in the inner corner here. I'm gonna use my sponge for that, just for like extra brightness. This is a little bit as well. When I tell you I've been obsessed with this Morphe blush in the shade After Party, I'm using it every day, but we know we need to go in with the blush for Sabrina Carpenter look, and we're gonna bring it high up. It looks too good. I'm gonna go with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in Cherry Blossom Cake, and we're gonna bake with this. And I'm just gonna brush that off. I'm going to take some of the powder in the palette and just tap, tap, tap. Do you want a little bit more brightness in the inner corner? I'm going to take my H&B Cosmetics pressed powder in the shade Light, and we're just going to press that in the inner corner. The face. There's a little bit of shadow on the lower lash line, ever so slightly, highlighting that. I'm going as close as I can to my lash line. There's some white liner going on, so I'm going to use this one from Makeup by Mario. It's in the shade Light. It's their brightening pencil. It's one of those, it's like one of the best brightening pencils I've used, to be honest, for the waterline, because it actually does brighten. And there's some mascara action going on as well. My lower lashes are insanely long, like to the point it's like I have to be careful how much mascara I put, because sometimes it's not what I need for the look, so I kind of just like scrape some off with my finger like that. This eye makeup is so pretty. Look at the difference. They do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now the lip. The lip, we're gonna use Jordana T-shirt Tawny Pleasure lip liner. Kind of like to flatten my Cupid's bow, because it does this like heart-shaped lip, which I really like. I kind of overline the top, flatten the Cupid's bow, and when I come down, I follow my lip line. I don't overline here. I'm going to use the Made by Mitchell Cupid case, and I think I'm going to go for... She seems to have a really nice peachy shade going on. Self Love with Go Girl. I can see some white eyeshadow. So I'm going to take some white from my Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to highlight and really like pack that in the inner corner. I love it when a makeup look goes so well like this. Juvia's Place eyeliner pen, and we're just going to like, I feel like I need some more definition. I almost forgot to do my outro for this look, but yeah, this is the final look, guys. I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. I'm so glad I filmed this, because this is probably one of my most favorite looks I've ever done, and I think it's going to be my go-to look. Like, I just feel like the eyes do something to me. I love it. I love this look. Like, just the face, and the hair turned out so good as well. I pinned them up. I never do that because my hair's dead straight, but I feel like it made all the difference, because this is insane hair. And obviously we put a bunch of hairspray. So yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video.